Okay, so it's 10 o'clock, again, Monday, September the 26th, 2016, and, obviously playing and talking at the same time wasn't working out, so now I'm chilling at the startup screen for Witcher 3, which is one of my brother's games, and has all DLCs on it, so yes, I will be playing this. I don't know how much of this is going to end up on the channel, but, we'll see. We'll see what happens with this huge RPG hit. Anyway, let's get into the unpleasantness. I already did one kind of video on, like the good parts of the trip, which was nice. I loved Manhattan. I loved Harlem. The 9/11 memorial was okay, but, it was nice. I mean, it was moving and all that, but, I didn't feel that much of a connection to it because I didn't lose anybody, thank God. But, for those who did, and for those who are like super patriotic and stuff, that's a good place to be. It's a must-see for New York, and I'm glad I went. But there was a lot of like bad shit that also happened on the trip that threatened to, really fuck it up for me. And I guess on some level it succeeded, because as soon as I came back I went to bed and I was just so freaking tired, and I'm still trying to work up the nerve to do channel stuff, because I'm like, ugh. Like my soul got hurt. But anyway, a whole bunch of racist shit happened. In case you didn't already know, I'm black. So, and I've said that in many, LPs, but some people only hear what they want to hear. But anyway, I'm black, and traveling black in this country, especially this year with this election, is pretty weird, I'll say. Because, I was traveling with my family, and we were all part of this giant tour group, and we were all black. And we went, by like a fancy bus, not Greyhound or anything like that, but it was a chartered bus, and we went, from Michigan to Ohio, through Ohio to Pennsylvania, through Pennsylvania to New Jersey, and then we went to New York for a day, a few hours, and then we went back to Jersey and went to Atlantic City for 2 days, and then we had a day trip to Philadelphia, and spent another night in our hotel in Atlantic City, and then went, through Pennsylvania again to Hershey World on the way home. Stayed the night in Ohio, and then we went to a stop in Ohio on the way back to Michigan and our house. So that whole trip was 6 days long, from the 10th to the 16th. And a whole bunch of just surreal shit happened. Let me try to 5 or 6 incidents in total over the whole week. I'm gonna name names, goddammit. Okay, the first incident what happened in Youngstown, Ohio, and that was our first day on the thing. We were passing through Ohio and everything to go to Pennsylvania. So we were in Youngstown, Ohio, and there was an accident with a black man crashing his car into a car with 2 white women in it. And it was the white women's fault, because they just pulled out in front of the black man and didn't give him time to brake or anything, so he had no choice but to slam into the back. And it was the women's fault. And of course, the cops came right away. And you know, every from what I saw, everything was done the way it was supposed to be done. That everybody got out, they exchanged insurance information, all that. They waited for the cops, but the cops, you know, they were sniffing around our tour bus for some reason. Like they were looking for any excuse to like tie us and get us involved in the whole damn thing. Never mind that we were just passing through, but they were looking at the outside of our bus to make sure that we weren't involved in the accident. And how in the fuck were we going to be involved in the accident when we were going to the restaurant to get takeout for lunch? What the fuck? But anyway, that was just weird because we were sitting in the bus the whole time getting our lunch, minding our own goddamn business, and the cops were going to be sniffing around our bus in connection with this accident that we had nothing to do with. Fuck that. So anyway, we were left alone after all, and we went on our trip. You know, went forward to go to Pennsylvania. First night we stopped in God, I don't even remember the name of the damn hotel. Hold on, let me see if I can find the damn itinerary. This is bullshit. And I'll say the names of the places too, I don't give a fuck. I do not give a fuck. I have no fucks to give. Okay. The Park Inn at Radisson, 45 Holiday Inn Road, Clarion, Pennsylvania, 16214. 16214. Fuck you. You want to know why? Because there was construction going on inside of the establishment while we were going to stay there. I mean, I guess that was the reason for the discounted rates and all that, but still, what the fuck? Anyway, my beef wasn't about the construction. That was fine. Because our rooms were okay, and we didn't have to worry about noises or anything because they stopped as soon as we checked in. But, you know, we decided to get room service that night because we were tired and we didn't feel like cruising around to get Taco Bell or whatever. So we ordered in. And, you know, first of all, it was false advertising because they said that gratuities and all that other kind of stuff was going to be added onto the order, and they didn't specify that they were going to add it to the prices that were already listed. They suggested like it was already included. But anyway, after that was out of the way, I got the correct amount of money. And these two white ladies, you know, were working in the restaurant or whatever and delivering our food. And they acted just uncomfortable as fuck. Just uncomfortable as fuck. And you know, I gave them, you know, the money that we owed for the food and everything like that, but they acted like they couldn't get out of our room fast enough. Like they were surprised that we were even there and that we were, you know, they looked at my laptop for some reason. I mean, what the fuck was that? But whatever. But they looked like, you know, they were spooked. Forgive the expression, no pun intended there. But they, you know, they couldn't get out of our room fast enough after I paid their asses, and that was dumb as hell to me. My mom said something like, "Oh, I guess they're not used to black folks," and that's no fucking excuse. That is no fucking excuse for unprofessional behavior. God damn it. You're supposed to be in the hospitality industry. You're supposed to be working in a hotel that gets all kinds of visitors from all over the country, all over the world, in the case of business trips. Have some fucking decorum when you're dealing with a customer. No matter what race they are, you should be used to everybody. Get the fuck out of my room. Anyway, after that, you know, we went to, we were on our way to, through the rest of Pennsylvania to go to Jersey. And we ended up in Tannersville / Big Pocono, Pennsylvania for lunch. And we had stopped at this place called Friendly's. Friendly my ass. It was everything but friendly. And I even filed a complaint with their corporate website too, because that shit was unacceptable. I mean, if you've ever gone on a vacation with a tour group, yeah, you sometimes stop at restaurants and hotels and stuff that do business with said tour group. That's par for the course. But we stopped at this Friendly's restaurant place. I'd never heard of that chain before, like at all. But so Tannersville, Big Pocono, Pennsylvania, whatever. And we weren't that hungry, and plus we were supposed to get lunch after we checked into our hotel anyway, so we didn't want to like spoil the later meal by eating then, but we wanted ice cream. So, I mean, it was busy and everything because it was like a lunch rush, and our huge ass tour group, there were like 40 of us, had just gone in, but the ice cream counter wasn't that busy. And we were standing there and we were looking at the menu about like what kind of sundaes or whatever to get if we wanted it. And people were filing in and out of the thing, and we made eye contact them, and we were waiting for several minutes, and they kept making eye contact with us and just walking by. And they didn't want to serve us. They did not want to fucking serve us. And there wasn't even the excuse of it being so busy or whatever, because our companions were served, some of them, encouraged to sit outside, of course. But anyway, we gave it a good 5 to 10 minutes standing at the counter feeling stupid, before we finally just said fuck it and left, because those little teenage-looking, young Republican-looking assholes didn't want to serve us. And there was a fucking billboard of Trump right outside, so no two guesses about the way political things were over there. They just lost our black dollars. Fuck you. So we went around the corner into a Chinese restaurant. They wanted our fucking business, and we gave it to them, and their shit was decent. Anyway, want to play around with leaving people to stand at the counter without being served. Fuck you. And I complained to corporate about it too. Friendly's, Tannersville, Pennsylvania. If you're black, beware, because fuck them, their name is a lie. Okay, what else? What else was there? Fast forward to Atlantic City. This wasn't against me for a change, or my family for a change. This was just in general. There were protests in New York and Atlantic City at Trump Tower and the Trump Taj Mahal, respectively, because the workers there were completely fucked out of their 401ks, fucked out of their health benefits, fucked out of their, dental, life insurance, everything. And I have a sneaking suspicion that all of that disappeared money went into the campaign, but anyway, what the fuck do I know? I didn't actually talk to any of the protesters. I just took photos of this giant inflatable rat that they had, erected, blown up at the Trump Taj Mahal and at Trump Tower in Manhattan. I thought it was cute. I thought it was funny. But yeah, there was a kind of eruption that happened in front of me, but not about me. Old southern white lady just hollering at this black man who was wearing one of the red t-shirts showing that he was a protester. You people ought to be ashamed of yourselves. First of all, if you have to begin a statement with "you people," I already know everything that I need to about your stupid redneck ass. That's all I need to know. So I'll completely write everything you say off. I mean, the bitch didn't have anything to say any damn way because all she was doing was ranting. She made no fucking sense. Oh, you people. And, you know, we just laughed her the fuck off. We laughed her the fuck out of the hotel. Yeah, our hotel was next to the Taj Mahal. We stayed at resorts. But we were chilling at the transportation centers at resorts in order to go to Philadelphia for the day. Or were we leaving? I think we were leaving. Anyway, the Philly trip. We didn't go into Philadelphia proper. We went to a boat cruise on the Spirit of Philadelphia, which is, you know, kind of like a nice... It's a private yacht that, you know, is chartered out for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And, you know, for a nice sail around the Delaware River. And, you know, it was nice and everything, but except for these rednecks, I don't know where the fuck they were from, Mississippi, wherever. And okay, there was our tour bus, and there was like maybe another 2 or 3 tour buses filled with black folks. And then there was one tour bus that was filled with white folks. So we outnumbered these white folks maybe 3-1, and that made idiots uncomfortable. I mean, for Jesus Christ, man. So my family and I were standing in line for the buffet, and out of the blue, this white dude starts chatting up my mother for whatever reason. I don't know if he was trying to holler or anything. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But he was just blah, 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 and my mom, you know, we got listener across our foreheads. People, strangers come up to us in the middle of nowhere talking about their personal shit to us, and we're just like, yeah, get the fuck out of my face, please. So this was happening with my mom, and we were all standing in line for our food. And and to my right, I heard this fucker, deliverance sounding motherfucker, talking about, oh, too much chocolate for you? Niggers. And it was in a whisper, and I was like, what in the holy fuck is going on here? I felt myself leave my body. I mean, I wasn't even angry. I was more kind of like an observer. And I was like, what the fuck? These coward trash piece of spittoon flicking piece of shit, pig fucking sister raping asshole fuck. And, you know, I wasn't even angry. I mean, I'm saying it now because I had, like, you know, like over a week of distance to think about it. But, you know, I was really, like, cool about it. Like my chest felt like ice. And I was, you know, just thinking to myself, you know, keep whispering, motherfucker. Cause if you had said that shit any louder, we would have all had to fight. I don't know if the whole like nigger thing was addressed to my family or all of us on the boat, because there was like 100 of us on the boat compared to those white people's like 30 or whatever. I don't know, but I just went and got my food, and I was like, fuck them, you know, they're not gonna ruin my vacation. But if that idiot had said it any louder, I would have had to whoop his ass, for real. And I really didn't want to do that, because with the political climate being the way that it is, and literally every day having a new hashtag of some black man or black woman or black child getting shot by the police, I didn't want to have to draw attention to myself and have some idiot call the cops on me and have me automatically be the bad guy and get hurt or whatever while on vacation. So I let it go. I let it go. But, you know, Jesus Christ. Anyway, this what 20 minutes? What else happened? Okay, after the boat cruise, we went back to Atlantic City for our last night, and then we were starting to go back through Pennsylvania on the way home. So Thursday, the 15th, we were on our way back home, and we stopped at Hershey World in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And, you know, it was alright. The tour itself was kind of lame. I got video of that, and I'll put that up at some point. It was cute, you know, I guess if you're a kid, but I was like a fully grown woman in these damn ride-a-cars, and I was like, is this shit over yet? But, you know, I was laughing and taking video, and, 'cause it was corny. It was corny as hell. But anyway, that wasn't the problem. The tour itself was lame, but, you know, we went wild in the shopping area because we bought like t-shirts and a Twix bear for my brother, my gaming brother, and who had stayed at home while the rest of us went on this vacation. And this fucker was at fucking Hershey World wearing a goddamn Confederate flag t-shirt. Do not come at me talking about, oh, it's about states' rights, it's about rebellion, and no. No, if you open up a history book once in your goddamn life, you would know that it was about committing treason, pretty much. Seceding from the Union to keep a hold on fucking slavery and to keep black people under the boot heel of the cotton trade and white America, white Southern America. So don't even fucking come at me with that shit, because I'll slap you with a history book so goddamn hard. But anyway, he was a coward too, because again, I was opting to ignore the asshole and not give him any kind of reaction, so I was looking at my phone. We were walking on the sidewalk, and the redneck and his girlfriend or whatever was walking toward us on the same sidewalk. I looked at my phone because, again, I don't want to lose my temper in a public place and get the police called on me and possibly get shot in this fucking political climate. 2016. But my mother who lived through the civil rights movement and all this other like bullshit and is originally from down south, she looked straight into this fucker's eyes, and this bastard was just so shook from my mom, defiantly locking eyes with him, that he pushed his girlfriend to the side into the fucking dirt so that he could give my mom a wide berth on the sidewalk. Pushed his girlfriend in the dirt so he could move over for my mother. Fucking chicken shit motherfucker. Ass. Bitch. Gator roadkill fucking son of a bitch. Anyway. Oh, that's racist. How the fuck is it racist when the shit was happening to us? Fuck you. Oh. That's just tiring, man. That's tiring. That wasn't even the last thing that happened. Okay, Youngstown, Ohio again. We were passing through on our way back to Michigan and to go home. We spent the night in Holiday Inn in Youngstown, Ohio. And what was our last stop? Our last fucking stop. The Fellows Riverside Gardens, 123 McKinley Avenue, Youngstown, Ohio, 44509. We went on a tour of the gardens. Yes, we did. And we had a pleasant time. Roses were in blue. It was the last hurrah of the summer, pretty much. And beautiful plants, beautiful flowers, trees, a view of the river, and we were having a very pleasant time in the gardens. Then the cops show up. Somebody called their asses because apparently they saw 40 black people and shit their panties. That really pissed me the fuck off because I was sitting with my family on this bench and we were taking photos and stuff like that of the beautiful roses and things like that, and then all of a sudden this female cop shows up, a white woman cop, and she was looking at us and we were looking right back at her ass too, and she just toured the gardens. How many people have heard of cops having a fucking garden on their beat? What the fuck? Somebody called them. I will maintain that until the end of my life, that somebody called their asses to check us out because they got scared. So we were there for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and the cops showed up in maybe the last 30 minutes because my mom went into the library area and had a question about calla lilies to the white lady that was there. I don't know if it was her that called them or just in general some other visitor be like, "Oh, black people, oh, we need a patrol car." 2016. Anyway, this pissed me the fuck off. And I just, you know, as soon as we got done with our touring and all the photos we wanted to take, we went back to the bus. And there was a patrol car with a guy, this cop in the driver's seat, just staring at us and waiting. They were waiting for us to leave. And I said, fuck this place. I am done with Ohio. Fuck Pennsylvania. And this whole time, you know, like every bad thing on the trip that happened, I was posting about it on my Facebook page, and people were like, "Oh God, I'm so sorry. I hope that this doesn't give you a bad impression of Philadelphia, or you know, and oh my God, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm ashamed to be from Pennsylvania." And I was like, it's not even that deep. I mean, it's not like you did it, but still, I mean, these many incidents. This year, you know, in this the way things are going now with fucking Trump versus Clinton and all that other kind of stuff, and all of these bold assholes acting a goddamn fool over some just racist shit and calling the cops like they're on speed dial over a fucking garden. Like, how dare we look at some roses? What the fuck? Yeah, shoot us. We're looking at roses. Ooh, public menace. It was just bullshit. That was just all just straight up diaper overflowing with bullshit. Anyway, despite all of this, I did manage to have a great time in New York itself. Atlantic City was calming and peaceful, you know, with the ocean right there and the seagulls and stuff like that. The food in most of the places was on point. It was good as fucking hell, the food. And I swear to God, we were eating like every couple of hours. It was the shit. But, you know, except for these, you know, other incidents, and also some of our traveling companions being like rude to like the New York City tour guide lady that was riding with us from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and then we had dinner at Duke's. You know, I don't know. I mean, if I were to go to New York again, it wouldn't be with that tour company, and it definitely wouldn't be with those people. it would be just me, or it would be like my immediate family and whatever. I would do my own thing. But, goddamn.